Mire, no hay ningún documento que haya sido firmado por los mineros. Insisto, no hay ningún documento que haya sido firmado por los mineros, ni esa es una materia donde el gobierno tenga ninguna injerencia. A ver, quisiera antes de pasar en inglés dar una noticia adicional. Como ustedes saben, por encargo del presidente de la República, hemos estado también preocupándonos de los otros mineros. Aquí es una empresa, Minera San Esteban, que ha tenido una situación complicada, ha detenido sus faenas y por tanto no tiene ingresos, ha cumplido con el pago de sueldos del mes de agosto, sin embargo, y el anticipo de septiembre, sin embargo no se pagó el aguinaldo ni se pagó el sueldo de septiembre la semana pasada. Hemos tenido una serie de reuniones, el presidente nos ha pedido tratar de facilitar este proceso, hemos conversado con el facilitador, don Jorge Quiroz, quien ha tenido una disposición extraordinaria, y en conjunto con la ENAMI hemos logrado liberar algunos fondos para que efectivamente se paguen los sueldos del mes de septiembre y el aguinaldo que estaba adeudado a los trabajadores. Bien. En el día de hoy eso está ocurriendo en Copiapó. Eso es una noticia razonable, correcta, para que esos trabajadores puedan contar con esos recursos que necesitan para mantenerse. Adicionalmente está el problema de su situación laboral y su situación contractual. Como obviamente la compañía no está teniendo en este minuto los ingresos para pagar, el señor facilitador tomó la decisión de desvincular o terminar la relación con él, con lo cual también van a estar las cartas notificación de despido en Copiapó hoy día, de tal manera que los trabajadores podrán tener sus finiquitos preparados y por tanto pagadas sus imposiciones también con el dinero que se ha facilitado, y esto permitirá entonces que ellos puedan ser finiquitados y tener entonces los derechos para reclamar el pago de sus finiquitos dentro del proceso legal de la compañía y en primer lugar como corresponde y establece la ley chilena. Esto entonces ya una vez que se finiquite da la posibilidad que ellos puedan buscar y tener otro trabajo, materia en la cual el Ministerio del Trabajo, la ministra Camila Merino y el subsecretario Baranda están trabajando intensamente para poder ayudar en ese proceso, materia que esperamos avanzar durante la próxima semana. Pero creo que se está dando un paso importante y tal como ha comprometido Su Excelencia el Presidente de la República, los trabajadores de la empresa San Esteban no están solos. Los 33 que están abajo y tampoco los que quedaron en la superficie en una condición muy particular. Estamos hablando de total de trabajadores son más de 250. A ver, efectivamente, esto es no es un... a ver, entendamos una cosa, la relación contractual que esta empresa tenía con la ENAMI permitió que la ENAMI liberara algunos fondos al facilitador de la empresa, no es es una situación muy particular. Así que obviamente estos dineros son dineros reclamables y hay garantías establecidas por detrás. ¿Cuánto dinero es? Del orden el pago de los sueldos, bordea los 100 millones de pesos. Pero es decir, ¿cómo pueden decir que no están solos? A ver, pero señora, tengamos una situación clara, es una empresa privada que tiene una situación compleja. En Chile nadie puede simplemente despedir a alguien si no tiene todos los pagos de sueldo y disposiciones al día, por lo tanto era necesario ese paso para poder darle la libertad y el derecho de poder recurrir a las compensaciones que tienen adecuadamente y buscar su reinserción laboral a la brevedad. Están teniendo obviamente la ayuda en este proceso y eso es lo que pretendemos hacer. No se puede obviamente ningún Estado hacer cargo de una situación de ese tipo, toda vez que existen muchas personas que no tienen trabajo dentro del país, lamentablemente, materia que estamos abordando en términos macroeconómicos para resolver estos problemas que afectan a muchos chilenos. Perfecto. Vamos... Buena noticia. Muy bueno. Well, sí, por supuesto, el momento que existe un rompimiento, yo eso pido especial tranquilidad. Ustedes van a saber cuando exista el rompimiento. Reitero lo que hemos dicho, el rompimiento no significa rescate inmediato. Van a pasar por lo menos, como mencionaba Andrés, 3, 4 días en el escenario más corto y 8 o 10 días en el escenario más largo. Por tanto, les pido nuevamente, tal como hemos conversado con las familias, tranquilidad en esta materia. Probablemente cuando rompamos podemos tener un momento de alegría, pero nuevamente, nada va a estar terminado hasta que no saquemos al último de los 33 mineros atrapados. Vamos a continuar trabajando hasta que las decisiones técnicas estén tomadas y valoremos los tiempos que corresponda y ahí la permanencia de cada uno de nosotros. Well, going in English. Well, as you know, we are um, we have stopped the plan A at the level of 599 meters due to a breakage in the hammer. So we are changing it, and it will take in the range of 5 days to take out all the bars and to insert the hammer again. Plan B, the plan that is advanced the most, uh, is almost at 40 meters of the target, but we had to stop it this morning at 5 a.m. due to losses in the pressure, and we made the technical decision to try to do it carefully in order to protect the hole that we are digging. So we stop it, we rose all the bars, and we inspect the hammer, which is okay, is in a reasonable shape, but anyway, we are going to change it for a new one, and a spare hammer that we had, in order to uh, take all the assurances that the drilling process of the last 40 meters will be made in a good way. We have to do it slowly. We have to be very careful in the way that we are going to do it. We are going to use cameras set down there online that will tell the operators of the drilling machine the moment that we are going to break, in order to do it as carefully as we can. Um, the plan C is working okay, but we had to stop to change the Tricon, the drilling tool. It will recover the drilling process probably. It will restart around 1 p.m., something like that, and it will continue. Today is at the level of 409 meters, and we will continue using the Tricon at 17.5 inches, which is not the definitive size, but we want to orient this hammer to the target as best as we can, in order that we can be sure that we are going to have an alternative backup plan, just in case anything could go wrong with the existing B plan. Those are the main news. I'm Yes, well, if we restart the drilling process during this afternoon, we think it will take between 10 to 15 hours to break. So we are expecting the break in the within 44 hours, hopefully less.
And how long the decision decays after you break through? How much time? 24 hours or so?
No, the decision probably will be made the next 5 to 8 hours. The idea is, as soon as, we do have a lot of information regarding the structure of the hole, but we are going to wait for seeing and to see the last images of the hole, to see how is the breakage, and then to decide what we're going to do. I think that it's a process that will take some hours, and we will inform you in detail when we have that decision made.
For inside the hole to decide whether it decays or not?
The level of solidness, how strong is the rock that we are facing, how hard it is, what are the structure that we see in the walls of the hole, if there are creaks in the holes that could tell us that we can face the falls of stones, what could make any trouble for the movement of the gauge, things like that. But we have been working with a group of geologists that can provide us good advice on this regard.
What is your time frame then for the actual commencement of the rescue? When do you think the men will start to come to the surface?
As we said, after the break of the tunnel, in the best scenario could be 3 to 4 days to start the rescue process. The rescue process itself could take 2 days, more or less. If we do a full casing of the holes, those 3 to 4 days could go to 8 to 10 days. So, depending on the technical decision, we can define the final date with more accuracy.
And is it certain that you will case at least some of the shaft?
We haven't made any decision yet. So, as I said, we are going to explain to you after the decision is made. Thing that will happen tomorrow. We don't know exactly. We are just inserting the new hammer and putting the bars. That could take 5, 6 hours. It depends. The story of what?
Why are you using dynamite? Why are you using dynamite?
Well, when you arrive in the tunnel, the way that this hole has been made is that we are going to impact one of the corner of the tunnel. So we have to make room for the phoenix to be set there and to assure that the way that the phoenix will finally land in the tunnel will be an appropriated one. So in order to do that, we have to make some holes or enlargement of that part of the penetration of the hole. That will be made using some explosive, but we have to take in consideration that we are talking here about miners that have experience. Many of them are licensed to use explosive. They know how to manipulate them. They have already made the holes that they need to set the right quantities of explosive, etc. So it will be a very controlled explosion that will be made after we break into the tunnel. One by one, please. My English is not so good to understand you if you speak all of you together.
Will the men who are underground, will they actually be doing the setting of the explosives?
Of course, nobody else can go down. Yes, you are right. Excuse me? Where are they? I mean, this is like a tunnel. I mean, and you are entering in one of the, I mean, in the roof of the tunnel, and not in the center of the roof. You are in one of the corner of the tunnel. So it's 5 meters tall. Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. earlier said that the miners were being split up into 3 groups. The healthier ones, some of the ones are a little bit not as healthy. Can you just tell me what the third group was? I couldn't hear you.
I mean, yeah, we have defined 3 groups. The first one, which are the most strong, the skillest miners, that will probably go first because they can give us good information during the trip, going from the tunnel or the mine up to the surface. Then we have the group that we have called them vulnerable. I mean, the people that have certain level of disease and things like that, and then the rest, which are the normal, to nominate them in a certain way. I mean, the normal ones. Initially, every decision should be made at the moment. This is not an exact science. We have to be prepared to change our plan depending on the situation that we face on the field. We have to take them out in the right order depending on the condition that they have at the moment of the rescue. And that's why we are descending at least 2 rescuers, one with strong preparation in mining and another with preparations in medicine, in order that they can evaluate the situation and make decisions in that regard. Well, yeah, it's because of that we are very close, and the most important thing is it's like when you are drilling with a hand drilling machine, and you go in after you have the resistance of the rock, you go to the earth. That could be complicated and can trap the hammer. It will be very complicated that after all the work that we have done, that you trap the hammer and you lose the hole. So we have to be very careful and to try to do it slowly and in a controlled way. No. I said that it will take probably we should break within the next 24 hours. Excuse me. 24 hours. Hopefully before that. Maybe tomorrow morning, early this Saturday. We have to wait and see.
How will you announce the break?
Well, probably you're gonna listen to the cheer ups of the people, but well, as soon as we have this break, we are gonna tell you immediately. Excuse me.
How risky is this operation?
I mean, this operation is a rescue operation. Don't forget that, please. This is not everything set. We are facing many uncertainties. And our job, together with Andres Ugarre and all the